Do I need a wealth advisor? A common question, and one you might have asked yourself recently. Stay tuned to find out some keys about when you should consider professional advice and what that relationship might look like for you. Hello, my name is Brian Hungarter, wealth advisor at Girard, and today I have the pleasure of being joined by fellow wealth advisor, Chris Briscoe. Do not adjust your screens. Yes, our 2 video series are coming together for this special occasion to teach you a little bit about why a wealth advisor might be important and how do you know if you need one. Chris, thanks for joining us.
Thanks. Good to see you in person in this studio.
Likewise. So the topic of bringing in a professional, right? Seeking out that extra additional advice for a fee is one that people question sometimes, right? Do I actually need this? Is it worth the money? Well, let's kind of open up that whole topic for a second. When you think of, when should someone be considering seeking a wealth advisor to provide them guidance, what are some common themes that you notice among clients?
Sure. Well, I've seen a lot in my career, events, situations that people go through, both personally and professionally. And there's a lot where a wealth advisor is needed. And some of the situations that are more common would be perhaps somebody's approaching retirement. Maybe they're 2-3 years out. They're looking at their assets and they're saying, do I have enough, right? They want to make sure that they're prepared. They want to make sure that they've consolidated their assets, and they want to do maybe update their plan to say, can I still retire at the age I want to retire? Can I still live the way I want to live in retirement? Another situation might be somebody who's in the wealth accumulation phase, right? All of a sudden they've maybe changed jobs a few times. Their wealth is growing, their family's growing, and they're looking to consolidate all their assets and start to build that roadmap and say, okay, what am I doing? Am I planning for education? Am I planning for my retirement? There's also sad situations. A lot of times an advisor will work with somebody whose spouse or partner passed away, and maybe that person was the one who handled all the finances and did all the investing, and now this is in their lap, and it's a burden, right? And they're already going through an emotional time. It's emotionally taxing on them, and it could be financially overwhelming for them. There's some other events, say somebody receives an inheritance, right? A grandparent, an aunt or uncle pass away, and suddenly there's money that's coming to you and your family, and you weren't expecting it. And it could change the situation, could change your whole financial life, sometimes for the better. So those are some ways where a wealth advisor would help help you navigate through those waters. But in my experience, I learned 3 words, right? It's time, desire, and expertise. If you find that you no longer have the time to manage your investments or to handle your finances, maybe you want to concentrate on your career or retirement or your family. Maybe you've lost the passion, that you just don't feel like watching TV and reading the news and keeping up with your investments. Or maybe it's grown and it's gotten too complicated and you no longer feel that you have the expertise. That's when you want to talk to a wealth advisor.
There's lots to unpack there, right? I mean, we encounter clients at so many various stages of life, stages of wealth, right? Whether it's the private business owner who is either pre or post significant liquidity event, whether it's the young professional accumulating wealth and saving for education and starting a family, right? And everything in between. Inherently, there are advisors tailored to all of these different segments, right? How do they find the right advisor to fit their particular situation?
Well, you said it, right? Everybody has their own story, right? Each individual has their own unique set of circumstances, and you have to concentrate on what is important to you. What are you looking to do? Is it business succession planning? Is it just simple investment management? Or you're looking to do a financial plan? That's how you start to narrow down your search. What I would suggest is talk to a colleague, talk to friends, neighbors, family members, see who they use. If you have an accountant or if you're using an attorney for any reason, ask them who they use or who they refer to. And then once you get that information, you get a list of names, do your own research online. Go onto the websites, make sure you can find what you're looking for.
And let's dive into that a little bit. I mean, when someone is engaging or maybe interviewing multiple potential advisors to gauge fit, see if it's a circumstance they want to involve themselves in, what are some questions, or really what are some expertise that you might want to suggest that our prospective clients flesh out when looking for an advisor match?
I think that there's no silly question, right? Ask as many questions as you feel you need to ask in order to get comfortable with the decision you're about to make, because it's a big decision, right? If you've narrowed down your search to a couple individuals, a couple or a few firms, set up appointments. Ask them about their experience, how long the individual has been in business. If you want somebody who's licensed, what sort of licenses do they have? The firm they work for, how long have they been around? What's the investment philosophy? What sort of fees? What is covered under those fees? Are they? Is it a flat fee? Is it commission based? And ask the questions specifically to your situation. Right? You want to make sure you can narrow it down and choose the wealth advisor that best fits your needs as an individual, for your family, for your company.
And so, maybe in closing, if we had to distill everything that we shared into a really brief, succinct message, we shared the who wants or needs a wealth advisor, when's the right time, what should they be looking for? What is maybe that one magic piece of advice on, what should someone take away that they could share with their friends, their family, their colleagues on the benefits or power of a wealth advisor?
I think the biggest factor for any successful relationship with a wealth advisor is trust. You're from a trust background. I'm from a trust background. That's important, right? You're going to hire someone and bring someone into your financial circle, bring them in, and which overlaps with your personal circle, right? You have to trust them. You have to trust them to do what's right for you, for your family, for whatever your circumstances. I think also what's important is open and honest communication, right? You want to make sure that they're getting to you the changes they're making in the portfolios, that they're reaching out to you about the portfolio and the performance, any changes in the economy or the markets that they feel you should know. You want to make sure that you're getting in touch with them as often as you want to. In addition, it's also important that you have to be open and honest with your wealth advisor. We can only see what we can see, right? If you have changes in outside investments, or perhaps your family dynamic changes, maybe you've changed jobs, or you're looking to move, or you want to sell your business or buy a vacation home. These are all things that you should feel open and comfortable talking with your wealth advisor about.
With that said, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
And
Thanks for
sharing
having
your experience. And to you, the listener, thank you for staying engaged. If this conversation has you considering your own financial situation and whether some professional advice might be appropriate, please feel free to visit our website, meetgerard.com. While there, you'll find contact information for Chris, for myself, and for the rest of our team. We would embrace the opportunity to have these discovery conversations with you soon.